Retrograde Amnesia is a member of the Greenlit Podcast Network. Go to greenlitpodcasts.com to find out about the other shows on the network. To support the show, visit us at patreon.com/retroam. Get early access, bonus episodes, and access to our growing collection of premium podcasts, where we cover other JRPGs like Terranigma, Parasite Eve, and Star Ocean.
Hey, Eric.
Hey, Chris.
I wanted to once again ask you about publicly God blessing the ring.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to God bless the ring?
With God?
Yes.
With his blessings?
Yes.
In the ring.
How would you God bless your ring?
You know those games at fairs where you toss the ring on like bottles of Heineken or whatever?
Yeah.
I would do that the first time on the first try.
Oh, cool.
Because God would have blessed that ring.
Why are we talking about this?
You started this shit, dude.
Would you like to hear some hot sounds that I've recorded?
Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay. Welcome to Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast where we discuss classic JRPGs chapter by chapter, beat by beat. This is Season 3, it's Final Fantasy VIII. Tonight, we wonder aloud about the intertwining of alliances, resistances, sorceresses, occupation, ambassadorships, and diarrhea.
Tonight we'll explore timber without yelling the words timber like we're in a forest, because we're not. We're in timber.
We're in timber.
We're in timber.
My name is Chris. I'm joined tonight by Eric Hay.
Listen, hey, go rewind that intro. Chris said podcast instead of podcast. I swear to God.
Really?
Yeah.
Initializing fake net.
Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive podcast.
He clearly did not. Eric's ears are busted.
We're also joined tonight by the RealNet, a collective of patrons who have organized against our will to provide feedback during the podcast. Hello, RealNet.
We are also joined by the Fake Net, our post-production AI companion and character model for that zombie portrait in the first level of Einhander after you descend down to the city.
Initializing fake net.
I am proud to fight in the Second Moon War on behalf of Celine.
Shit, dude.
Shoot me up with shoot 'em ups.
Hey, Fake Net.
Hello, Crisp.
Einhander's good.
Einhander is good. I can beat the first level sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard game. It's good, though. Is there an easy mode?
No. You can give yourself... Well, there might be an easy mode. You can also boost your amount of ships, but I usually make it to the 5th level and then tap out.
Einhander. God bless the hand.
One day, maybe. There's enough fiction in that game.
So now it's time to go to Timber, explore Timber?
Yes.
Like, do we actually have a mission here? It's just like we're going to go gather
We're supposed to go to the
information.
TV station, right?
Okay, yeah. So we're heading there, but before we can go to the TV station, we have to explore every nook and cranny of this place.
Of course, we're Retrograde Amnesia, a comprehensive JRPG podcast.
Yes.
But Timber actually starts out outside of our control. It starts out on a classic JRPG trope, Chris.
Oh, yeah?
The thinking bridge.
Oh.
4 Galbadian soldiers are talking it out. They're talking about a guy dressed as a cadet gathering information, maybe a spy. He kept asking about the president's stay. He was very polite, and he was seen talking to 3 strangers from Balam. That's us. Yeah. A blue Galbadian soldier resolves to go question every teenager in the area and then runs off. So they're talking about, as we'll learn, one of our, either Zone or Watts is a master of disguise around here.
I think they both are, but Watts is the one that's always prying for information. That's his specialty,
Okay.
sir.
Oh, of course, information. Right.
Yeah, remember, one gathers information, one poops.
Of course. So the lead soldier here says, they're just citizens. We can't inflict any, but then the blue soldiers start talking. One cuts them off and resolves to find them and throw their behinds in jail.
Behinds. Shit.
Behinds do indeed shit. You gross boy.
The last one runs off, and their leader pleads for them to hear him out until the end. So all these guys basically just rush off to find these guys.
Yeah.
Chris, this is all a trick to make you think there are some good cops, some reluctant cops. So what's this setting up here? Like a stealth mission? Do we have to evade the
I'll tell you what
police?
this is setting up, Eric. Random battles. And
It justifies random battles as we explore Timber.
yeah, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, like the random battles are simply more Galbadian soldiers of what we've already fought. There's no new magic to get. There's no challenge here.
They're piss easy too.
Yeah, they're so easy. So, you know, I was like, at first I was like, okay, this is kind of going to be like a dungeon almost, but it's not, just because of how easy the battles are.
So I'm like 15 hours in at this point because it takes forever. But realistically, you're what, 5 or 6 at this point?
Yeah.
when I had in my head when I think of Final Fantasy games, they're always full of monsters. And so far, we haven't really seen that many monsters.
No, there's been some fucking Gizzards in a dream, and that's it. And
I have cards that indicate there may be more in this game, but not too many.
Yeah. I have the Giro card after all. No, I don't.
Does he have a card?
Yeah, well, in that deck sitting in front of you, he does.
Cool. Chris is referencing the physical deck of cards he bought from Etsy.
Yeah, good set.
Martial Law
Martial
plays as our train rolls up. Not Forest Law.
Forest Law.
Martial Law.
I bought Tekken 7 yesterday.
Congratulations.
Great chicken.
Watts rushes off, remembering the TV station is located behind the Timber Maniacs building. Zone screams, telling Watts that Galbadian soldiers are coming. He says guards are on patrol and to be careful. Also, for some reason, Chris, hotels not available.
Yes.
Use the Owl's tier to recover instead. You know what I say to that? My man, I have R3. Instant healing ability.
Yeah, well, you may need the Owl's tier in a previous life when you were both cats.
Did you end up... Well, I guess we'll get there at some point. Vanilla Sky reference. Thanks, Chris. Watts then leaps off the platform and runs after Zone. We now have control.
Yes, so now we have to evade all the soldiers that are on patrol.
Pet shop.
Yeah.
There's a dog out front. Playing with the kid in blue. Chris, it's Georgie.
Yeah,
he made it.
The boy has found Georgie. Georgie is not dead. He was not locked in there. The pet shop is now open. Congratulations.
We can walk in the pet shop, but it's just a menu.
Yeah, you can buy some pet pals, though.
You can buy Pet Pals Volume 2 and 4, curiously not 3. You can also buy a pet house, Chris. You know what this does?
It revives your pets.
Restores all your Guardian Force hit points.
Guardian Forces are pets.
It's like a tent for Guardian. Yeah, they are pets, kind of. They're just murderous pets.
Yeah, there's an old lady standing out here, and she says, how has Timber been treating us? And I said, well, lady, I have killed 9 people.
Yes.
Since I've been here.
Today. There are also items at the pet store that force our GFs to learn and forget abilities, which seems interesting for like the very strategy-minded players of this game that want to ultra customize stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Chris, what does it mean that there are, I mean, we've already talked about this, but there are soldiers out here that we can easily beat up? You know what that means? It teaches us that killing the police is good and fine and no one in town will rat on you, hypothetically, allegedly in Final Fantasy VIII.
Ding noise.
I go south to the Thinking Bridge that overlooks the train tracks? Or did you go east to Timber Maniacs?
No, I went to same way.
Renoa rests her hands on the gold railing and notices the trains have stopped running. Usually there's so much hustle and bustle. That's it, but clearly she's here to do some thinking, Chris, on this Thinking Bridge.
Yeah, of course.
There's also appears to be some kind of crest on the railing. It's a 3-way split of a circle with a 3-way, I don't know, half peace sign with tree trunks beneath the splits.
Trees,
I can't read this shit.
Trees and trains.
Yeah. TNT. There you go.
Okay.
Very good. So the next screen is a row of 3 buildings, each with neon blue Gothic lettering. There's a weapons shop, the Timber Hotel in the Hamptons.
Yes. I couldn't read it either.
The second story of the Timber Hotel is composed of turning gears and machinery and occasionally shoots out a double burst of steam. Chris, is this steampunk?
Timber is actually, you know what? Timber is steampunk, but not in the dirty steampunk sense.
Right, in the embarrassing steampunk sense.
They really like trains, and trains are made of steam. So by association, Timber is steampunk, but it's more train punk.
Chris, what are critical elements of steampunk?
Steam, dirty faces,
eye gear, hats,
goggles, backpacks, boots, and if you don't have boots, you've got to like have bandages up your legs. Swords when you don't really need them, gun blades, and private police forces.
Okay. Well, we'll save my story for the Ren Fair for next time we talk about steampunk.
Okay.
Jesus Christ. So there's also some people here. A lady is walking around in green. She sneezes and says her daughter loves catch, but like Chris, she's allergic. She's also heard of us. She knows we're going to the TV station, but oops, she was supposed to be a secret. Chris, these citizens are leaky.
Yeah, they are. And we're going to find out, I think, much later that everybody in this fucking town is a member of...
the Resistance.
Yeah, this is this is like the D... what's it called?
D, the Saturn game? D2, the Dreamcast game? Kenji Eno? We're talking about D?
Everybody in this town is a member of Antifa.
Okay, great. The little girl is looking at the leopard-spotted cat on the sign. She thinks it's cute, and she tells us some really mean guy was looking for me, but are we good or bad? Chris...
I had a hard time trying to figure out if she was talking about the cat or me or another guy or what.
I pick good, of course, and she correctly assumes that I like cats too, right? Yippee.
Yeah.
Chris?
Yeah?
On the windowsill above the Hampton sign, did you see what's up there?
Is it a cat?
It's a Siamese cat, like my cat Arthur. This is my cat Arthur in the video game.
Oh.
I hold my cat Arthur up at the TV and say, it's you, buddy.
And how did Arthur react to that?
He wanted to get down.
Okay.
He didn't like it. He was asleep.
Okay, good.
My wife was also not amused by this. I get in a random battle and kill a soldier in front of this little girl immediately after telling her I'm a good person. Squall is still blind from whenever ago, haha.
Yeah.
I just imagine him walking up at this girl with black gas emitting out of his face. After he murders the police. No, I'm good, thank you. Let me pet your cat.
Well, after I told this girl that I was good, you know what I did?
What'd you do?
Played her in cards and took her cards.
Great.
Had a good time doing that.
It's just role models. Seeds are great people.
Took everything from her.
Chris, at the weapon shop, I still can't buy shit. Can't buy no shit, won't be no shit.
First of all, the weapon upgrade system is not essential at this point in the game, I don't think, for any reason.
No,
because you have magic, but also
it's strange for a Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, well, yeah, the system itself is very strange, but also I do kind of like the idea, and this is not really how things work anymore, but I do like the idea of like going somewhere and be like, oh fuck, I can't afford that, I'm too weak, and you know, and then being able to get it later.
It's just like life, man. Did you go to the Timber Hotel?
I did. Did you notice the hotel sign is made of a train wheel or gear or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great.
It's very, very, very themed.
The storefront kind of this area kind of looks like a movie theater, kind of Carnegie Hall looking ass place. And I went inside the hotel. There is, of course, goddamn model train station in here.
Yeah, did you talk to Lady by Train first or front desk first?
Lady by Train.
Me too. A woman is looking at the model train. She will say, excuse me, and then, this model looks really good. Quite some craftsmanship, and she'll ask if we think so. You can reply with yes or better than Renoa's. I picked the latter because I'm an asshole, I'm Squall.
Yeah.
And Renoa doubles over, saying that was so mean and she worked really hard on her model. Squall turns into a chicken wuss and says he was just kidding.
He does. And it's funny too, because if you speak with the woman again, she says, when someone says they're kidding, it's usually half true.
Squall hits her with 3 dots.
Yeah.
But then the NPC reneges, saying it's just a saying.
Yeah.
Chris, I love this shit. Final Fantasy VIII's NPC conversations tend to go one step beyond your expectations.
Yeah, they are all very good. Very few of them are 100% exposition. They're usually like kind of halfway in between the point to where you are getting some information about the world, you are ingesting lore, but you're also having a good time.
Yeah, anyone who speaks to you in town is a weirdo, so that makes sense. Did you try to enter the gate? It's blocking off the actual
I did, the fucking thing goes down.
And then the nearby child says, Gatey gets mad if you go in without paying. Chris, whose idea was this, and does every hotel in Final Fantasy VIII have one of these? This as seen on TV bullshit?
No, because not every town in Final Fantasy VIII is obsessed with fucking trains everywhere.
Oh, that is a train gate, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sorry, I usually just drive through them.
Well, I actually
don't do that.
I did drive through one recently.
Really?
Yeah, because
taking your life in your hands, dude.
Well, no, it went down on either side of the road, and there was no train coming.
How'd you know that?
Because I could see.
Okay.
And
trains tend to travel in a straight line.
It's not like the fucking movies where the trains come through the stops at 500 miles per hour. They usually come.
Did you circle around it in an S pattern, or just drive through the gates and break that wood shit off with your Ford Explorer?
I turned on Dare by Stan Bush and drove through it.
Oh hell yeah!
Synced it to when I broke it. No,
yeah, dude,
I actually
fuck
drove
the
around.
Police. The woman behind the desk knows Renoa. She says Renoa can't stay here tonight. Quote, can't say this out loud, even though I'm talking, but there are a bunch of roughnecks from Galbadia staying here tonight.
Wow.
Renoa says she understands and thanks Miss DeMarco. Miss DeMarco then asks Renoa how long they have known each other. Call me Francesca. I'm behind you all the way. Good luck. And then the little girl in blue you can't speak to her. I guess that's her child. You can still go into some vacation towns and find a person working at a store, and then also their 5-year-old is working at the store.
It's weird. You can speak to her again, and she says that she's counting on Renoa to kick some Galbadian butt.
Cool.
But
it's how about you help me out and gas those soldiers?
But yeah, good idea.
Chris, I can't go in the Hamptons.
No, can't do it. You ready to proceed further?
Yes, sir.
Outside, down towards the town's archway.
Mm-hmm.
The archway has a rotating wagon wheel or train wheel or something on it. They love trains here. There's 2 Galbadian lieutenants standing there behind 2 musketeer-looking ass dudes.
I've got denimed up Civil War reenactment soldiers.
Yeah, pretty much. These are the Timber, I don't know, militia, force, cops or something. Who knows? The Galbadian soldier says, better keep your eyes peeled. Yeah.
Above them is a giant bronze gate, the center of which is a 3D rotating wagon wheel or maybe a boat steering wheel. Perhaps, do trains have steering wheels? Can they?
I called it a train wheel, but then I don't think that...
What do you need one of those for?
Well, trains have wheels, but not really wheels like that. I don't know what... It's not...
FakeNet, how do you steer a train?
Initializing FakeNet.
Steering is not required in a locomotive because navigation is achieved by the rails, you supreme tosser.
I'm talking about the wheels on the thing.
Oh, the wheels that rotate. I thought you meant the steering wheel. It seems crazy not to be in a vehicle and not have a steering wheel.
No, they don't have steering wheels.
I know, they're on tracks.
It's
I get
a
that,
lever,
but,
probably.
Oh, okay, great.
Maybe.
Force, physics, power.
The Galbadian soldier says, better keep your eyes peeled. If you let one resistance member in here, your dear kids are, well, dead meat.
So is this supposed to make us not feel bad about murdering Galbadian soldiers because they're threatening the local populace with child murder?
I think we're supposed to be conflicted here because the one we saw earlier, he's not going to be able to afford his candlelit dinner with his honey bunny because the president got mad at him.
Oh no, Eva Braun's going to die. Who cares?
Fucking A. The musketeer turns slightly and says nothing. Renoa says that we have to get to the TV station fast. She can't bear to watch them suffer like this. But I Squall. I'm a man of initiative, so I took a few steps closer. The scene continues. The other Galbadian soldier says, so I heard everyone here supports the resistance. You guys are such fools. Just imagine how much this place would thrive if you were loyal to us. This place is going to be stuck in the backwoods forever. Go ahead.
The guard turns around and gives him some lip.
He's not having this shit.
And you? Are you happy with your life? Blindly following orders every day? Doing things you probably don't believe in? And the other one turns around. So what if we're underdeveloped? We're not looking to thrive. All we want is to be able to stand on our own 2 feet, to be independent and live according to what we believe. This is kind of generic dialogue here, but it's fine for what we're witnessing. You guys will never understand, having thrown away your pride and dignity. We're not the fools, you are.
Yeah, you're the ones who fucking joined the fucking police force, the Galbadian police force.
Occupying force. The left Galbadian soldier vibrates. He says, you're both dead. But then Renoa screams no and rushes up to stop them. We get in a fight. And in exchange for their lives, Chris, we get 4 AP and this levels up all my GFs.
Thanks, guys.
Again, we're supposed to be, are we doing a murder here?
Oh, yeah.
Because you can't leave these guys alive, right?
Yeah, they are gone. They have been wiped from existence. They're not there. They're not standing there. We did not only kill them, but we completely wiped them away.
As far as I can tell, Timber has no hospital.
No.
No immediate care center. No doctor's office.
The security guard there, he thanks us for help.
For murdering their oppressors.
Yes. Renoa shrugs, and we head the other direction.
I want to believe that Seed, with their power and brutality, not just beat them up, but did Mortal Kombat 11 fatalities to them in front of these humble rural soldiers.
They just used fire on them until there were no bones left.
Right. Incinerated them.
Yeah.
Scorpion.
Wins. Fatality.
Yeah, you want to double back to the train platform?
Yeah, we have to go all the way back to the train and then head right to explore the other half of Timber.
Yeah, we entered the next screen and we see the Timber Maniacs building.
Briefly though, Chris, I was crossing back on the Thinking Bridge, and did you meet the guy in the green vest?
Oh, the guy that's obsessed with Renoa.
Yes, he's being shifty. He tells Renoa that the weather sure is nice today. She tells him it's a nice day too, and he thinks to himself, why can't I say anything interesting? I'm such a loser. Chris, he should get a podcast.
He should. I think you can encounter him again and he'll just give you a potion and run away.
He will always either give Renoa or Kistis a potion every time you encounter them.
Oh, weird. Okay, thanks, guy, I guess.
At the train station again, before we went to the new screen, I saw a guy admiring the flower garden. You talk to him?
Oh, the guy who says he's not Zone?
Yeah, he isn't Zone, but he's flattered we think so. He thinks if he actually dressed up like his man Zoni, he might actually be able to meet him. Quote, I'm sure as hell glad I left the countryside. Yeehaw. Once again, I would love to know the original Japanese here.
Yeah.
If he had an Osakan accent, a Kansai accent or something.
A Goku accent.
Now we're on the Timber Maniac Street, as Chris said.
Yep.
The ground tier has an iron-on full-back tattoo.
Okay.
The Timber Maniacs building is here. Also a small house with a little yellow trim off to the right side. There's a guy in green who says the lady next door in the tiny house knows more about the TV station, which means we, the Seeds, should go talk to them.
Yep.
There's also a lady in a bikini top and pants that thinks it's hilarious that Watts got left behind.
Yeah, she says he looks so funny when he chases after the train.
Yeah. And he just got hit by a train in my continuity, so my guy has some trouble negotiating train physics.
It's true. I played this lady in cards and took her cards. Thanks, lady.
Congratulations.
Yeah, it's going well for me.
Do you have the all rule yet, Chris?
Which one's that?
Where you collect all the cards when you win?
I had it, but now for some reason it went back to 1.
Dumbass.
It sucks. No, actually, no, I had diff, which was you get the difference at cards, but then I lost it. I'm back to 1. It sucks.
Timber Maniacs building?
Let's go inside the Timber Maniacs building.
Looks like a doctor's office.
Yeah.
The floors are giant tiles that alternate between urine yellow and turquoise.
There's stacks of shit everywhere.
Yeah. The left wall is a strange poster that looks like an anchor with a smiling face on the right side. Every interior in Timber has potted plants. I speak to the receptionist, who calls me honey. We want to take a look around, I tell her, and then you can also say nothing thanks. Nothing thanks.
Nothing thanks.
Nothing, thanks. I picked the first one and she tells me to go right ahead. Just, you're a random person. Yeah, go explore our office. This is an RPG.
Thank you for the interaction, person.
Chris, did you examine the stacks and stacks of books on the floor?
Yeah, Squall thinks to himself, there's a lot of old magazines here. These are all from the Battle series. He's read them all. You know why he's read them all?
Why is that, Chris?
Because he loves battles.
The lady says cute boys like me are always welcomed here after I look at more books.
Oh.
Did you get the special book, Chris?
Yeah, I got it on the way out.
One pile of books gave me, quote, girl next door. No one says anything about me putting a porno in my pocket.
Yeah, did you check the item description of this thing?
No, what did it say?
A naughty magazine.
Great.
It's great.
Excellent.
Great. I love 1999. It's great.
The left door has a green light above it. That means go, so I go in.
Yeah?
It appears to be some kind of archive room, a storage area. A white game console, possibly a Dreamcast, is sitting on the shelf in the foreground. Actually, judging by the pull-down sheet, Chris, it's probably a projector.
Yeah, I got fax machine. Yeah, but also a projector screen, a bunch of books, stuff everywhere. Also, the draw point, a hidden draw point.
Yeah, I was trying to turn on the projector and found it.
Yeah, it's Blizzaga.
That's a pretty powerful spell for right now.
Ice 2.
I think that's Ice 3. Like Blizzara is Ice 2, isn't it?
Oh, Ice 3.
Yeah, we basically get Ice 3 here, which is far more advanced than our paltry Ice.
Cool, I guess.
So then I left and went to the door at the end of the hall, the publishing room.
Yeah, the main office room. Yeah, whatever you want to call it. There's several tables in here with chairs on either side and books scattered all over the goddamn place.
Stark white light is coming through the two giant bay windows at the far end. A guy in a red hat is staring confidently out into the abyss of light. The right wall is a massive bookshelf supporting the full length of the room with chests of drawers. The left wall is a bulletin board or a whiteboard of pinned documents. In the center is a meeting table overloaded with books and surrounded with nice black meeting room chairs. A cigarette is smoking in the ashtray by itself. Some guy in a plaid coat has his arms crossed.
The Parasite Eve ashtray count. Patreon.com/RetroOM Parasite Eve.
I speak to this man. He says, what? Did you say I look like an artist? As a matter of fact, I am.
Yeah.
Squall notes that he said nothing. He says, have you seen my work? It's a collection of photographs titled Jacket Over Skin, the Beautiful Women Edition.
Okay.
It's a major sellout. We don't have any stock. This guy also says a lot is happening in Timber, but art is the way to go.
Art.
I read the Timber Maniacs on the ground. Then you can talk to the guy at the end. The guy at the end will wonder why the Battle Series books sell so well. He says, we're sure living in a terrible age. We can also go ask him shit.
I know why the Battle Series books are selling so well.
Why is that, Chris? Because they're awesome?
Because many people,
Many
folks across this great land, they love battles.
They fear nothing.
Yes, it's true. I mean, I can't say they don't fear anything, but they do love battles because those magazines are selling so well.
You can
remember
tell.
Magazines.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah.
I read one yesterday. It had a review of Final Fantasy VIII and OPM. Mark McDonald wrote it.
Great. Thanks, Mark.
McDonald's.
84play.com.
You can talk to this guy. It's probably real. 84.jp. Yeah, there it is.
Sure.
8-4.jp.
Thanks for
Tell me about the
localizing
Timber
video games.
Maniacs, he says in a shepherd voice.
Yeah.
Mark. It's the name of the company. We are a publisher that was established 20 years ago. We used to publish a magazine called Tim Mani, short for Timber Maniacs. It flashes to an overhead shot of the spinning fan looking down at us. This guy goes on to say it used to be an aspirational place for young writers, but times have changed, and now the only thing that sells is the Battle Series. He's lost his will to work here.
Wow, shit.
It then switches to a shot from behind this guy's desk. He's still going on. His ashtray is full of smoldering cigarettes.
Quick note here. Do you remember when we heard about a user-submitted essay or whatever?
Yes.
Laguna.
Of course.
He likes to publish, or he's what did he do? He submitted a column or something?
A column for the travel magazine.
Yeah, cool. Okay.
Squall thinks to himself, this is a typical adult going on and on about things I couldn't or didn't do. Quote, I hate it. Squall then leaves automatically before I can ask him the other questions. As we exit, he gives us a word of advice. You're still young. Don't let your life pass us by. -- Ferris Bueller, senior quote.
Did you notice that Zell was like flexing at the window the whole time?
Yeah, he was also getting bored.
Yeah.
I go back in.
Yeah.
Squall tells this guy, recently, I had a strange dream. I became a Galbadian soldier named Laguna. It was too realistic to be a dream. My friends had a similar experience too. Chris, this is a fucked up thing to tell a stranger.
Yeah.
But if one guy tells me something crazy, I will respond also with something crazy and possibly true just to see what he tells me.
Yeah. And
one of my favorite things to do in real life.
Isn't that kind of what this guy does a little bit, kind of? Because he just starts blabbing again.
Yeah, he doesn't, Squall is finally, being introspective and honest with a real human being for the first time in this game.
In his life.
My guy no-sells it. He agrees that dreams are strange, then goes to the same series of camera angles as Squall wonders why he brought this up. He won't shut up about his dreams. This morning's dream, yesterday's dream, childhood dreams, big mistake.
Yep.
He then says the same thing about being young and not letting life pass you by.
Same goddamn advice.
Chris, I went back in.
One more question.
I asked about Timber's situation.
Tell me about Timber's situation.
He doesn't care what's happening in Timber today. His childhood wasn't like this. They were in the middle of a war against the sorceresses, a word I hate writing down.
Yeah, I can't spell it for shit.
It fucking sucks, dude.
Yeah.
So I kept writing letters to Timber Maniacs, stressing how meaningless the war was. I was really happy. Even though there was a war going on, it gave me hope about my future. Squall thinks this is getting boring as the camera shifts around. My guy thinks everyone today is lazy. Renoa sits down. Squall thinks it's just another stupid story by a dumb adult. He thinks this guy needs to grow up.
Yeah, he might not be wrong.
He's not, but this is definitely what I call workplace burnout.
Yeah, everything sucks.
That's all I did in Timber Maniacs building.
Yeah, you want to go next door now?
Absolutely.
The exterior of this place is a bit more colorful than the other buildings here. It's got a wider palette here.
Santa Monica beachfront, if you will.
Yeah, there's a flower bed. There's some decorative banners or towels or something hanging off the top of the balcony. And also there's 2 flower pots. Flower pots always make me think of Urban Champion, my first fighting game. Played Urban Champion.
It's bad.
Yeah, it's
bad game.
Yeah.
Nintendo keeps, like when they were releasing 3DS, where they were releasing original Nintendo games, made them 3D. It was Excitebike, and that were the first releases. And it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Why release Urban Champion? Like, there's what?
I sort of like those 3D NES game things.
They're awesome. Yeah, they're good. But
kind of
fucking
cool.
Urban Champion sucks shit, dude.
Why? Why'd you do that?
So you walk
Stop it. Stop doing this.
Stop.
Inside's a relatively nondescript house.
It's somebody's kitchen.
Yeah. There's a woman that appears to be working at the sink and another one standing idly.
There's a big pot on the stove.
Yeah.
The guy who is doing dishes is surprised we're walking to the TV station and thinks there used to be a way through the back alley of this house. My guy doesn't know his own back house. A pub was built around the time they stopped broadcasting. That's a weird thing to say, right? It's like, there's only 2 other buildings in this city you can visit. One of them's a pub. You should go there.
It's weird.
He tells Squall to look through the 2D window and repeatedly hints that the back alley is where we should go.
2D window?
Yeah.
2-dimensional window?
That's right. It's making a commentary about the artistic interpretation of this video game.
I gotcha. Okay. If we speak with this person a second time, they will tell us that we need to speak with the owner of the pub. Quote, he's scary looking, but, well, I guess he ain't so nice either. Just talk to him anyway.
Most pub owners are scary looking, especially the ones that permit heroin to be done in their club.
Sure, probably. Zell wonders aloud what that's supposed to mean. I also wonder aloud what the hell that's supposed to mean.
Yeah.
The younger girl there says that
we killed a zombie an hour ago, man.
Yeah. A zombie president, a fake net president.
What did you just say?
The younger girl says that her parents fight a lot, but they totally get along. She says, I can't wait to meet a great guy I can scream at and exchange blows with.
She then throws an air punch. Zell pipes up and says, that sounds really, really weird.
Yeah, again. Zell's calling people weird and dumb and incompetent, which speaks to the level of their...
I really do think that Timber is facilitated to enhance Zell's character more than anyone else because it's showing that he has a dimension as opposed to just excited guy when he starts getting shook.
Yeah, because all these people are way more excited than he is.
Yeah.
And they don't make any sense.
It's like they fought fire with fire and his fire is not as hot.
Yep. So then we can go upstairs. There's a bedroom here. There's a kid laying on the floor staring at the carpet or something.
Yeah, there's also a patterned rug and a daybed by a breezy window. A cat on the bed.
Yeah, also a kid doing a handstand in the corner.
Yeah, pressing himself up against the wall. It's how you practice handstands when you're 3.5 feet tall and weigh 60 pounds.
Yes. Or 6 feet tall and weigh 185 pounds. I can't do a handstand, can you?
No, not at all.
Okay. I probably weigh 190, 192 probably, so I should be honest.
Okay.
I'm not 185 anymore.
All right. That's great.
Thanks.
I don't know how much I weigh.
Thanks.
Sorry.
I went to the doctor recently, so.
It's nice. I've been to a doctor since I sold my blood to somebody. The floor kid speaks in like 1998 AIM text.
Yeah, I wrote early internet abbreviation speak plus pidgin English.
It's not even letter R kitty, but it's always sleeping on our bed. Can you, letter U, believe him? That's why we're charging a look-see fee. We can't help it. It's the kitty's fault.
Is he talking about the fucking cat?
Dude, send your kids to school. Fuck it. Yeah, I think he's talking about, like, the cat, I don't think is their cat and just keeps showing up because they leave the window open. I think that's what he's saying here.
He's texting with his Nokia phone.
With his sidekick, his Engage, his Game.com. Handstand kid says, if I want to do a look-see out the window. The window opens when I approach it. Below is a cat walking on a pipe, a safe point, and a well-dressed man sitting in a pile of garbage in the alley full of garbage.
Yeah, he looks like he's scratching his asshole.
Yeah, I definitely know the gesture as an asshole scratcher.
Yeah,
myself.
Those are always tough days.
Squall. When you're in the garbage scratching your butt.
Yeah.
Fuck this. Squall actually sticks his head out the window, which is a nice touch for this video game.
Yeah.
The kid then tries to charge us 10 gil. The mom, I guess, comes up the stairs and says, "You again," which is a very weird thing to say for a child in your house. She tells him not to charge people money for the shit that literally bends him over and spanks him twice.
Yeah.
He cries and says he reduced the price from 1,000 gil. She says it's not about the money and she didn't raise him this way. Again, she just asked this kid what he's doing in her house. The kid says we don't have to pay him with the most fucked grammar I have ever seen, and then resumes handstand practice.
There's a lot going on in this room.
Yeah.
In this house.
There's like you know when you're over at somebody's house when you're a kid and you accidentally witness like a very intense family situation?
Yeah.
I feel like that here, where it's like, I just came to do some recon. Then I leave.
Yeah. It was a great experience.
It's been really all. I'm gonna head out.
I think we got some important information about how to access the TV station. It's funny too, because you're like gathering information to try to figure out how to access the TV station. But then when you get there, you're like, this fucking thing's huge.
Yeah.
Like it overarches the entire city.
Yeah.
All you have to do is look up.
Like somebody built a Vegas casino. So the right screen, it's a platform above a train station. It's a small walkway with a well-dressed lady with a purple dress and a neckerchief is waiting on a bench.
Yep.
A man in a red shirt is standing beside her. As we enter, a girl in a red dress rushes up the red stairs and stands by some other stairs. On the balcony overlooking the other side is another tri-cut circle symbol with the word printed on it. It says Galron or Calden. I can't tell.
I don't fucking know.
Sitting lady says to watch ourselves. Some seedy-looking guys were heading toward the pub. "Ma'am, I'm seed. I will kill them." The pub is downstairs. I think I smell blood. Maybe it's just my imagination. Okay, so folks in Timber are different than the folks in Balam. If they smell blood in the pub.
Yeah.
All up in this pub.
There's no pub in Balam, is there?
Not that we've seen.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure that
Yeah.
Zell's house functions as one at night. The guy that's here denies he's on a date with the lady next to him. He says, "We're on patrol to keep peace in the town." Chris, they're militia members.
Everybody here's a militia member.
The girl stares and asks, "Mountain." And you can reply, "River." And then you can get secret number 1.
Yeah.
You should go to the Aphorora pub for a drink. Chris, Aphora means aurora. Drink until you see an aurora. Is this more like coded language shit?
I don't fucking know, dude.
Okay.
Did you do this? Did you do all these twice? Because there's a second thing.
No, I did all of them once. What's the second thing?
Do it again. She says, "Oh, you're all underage? Then I guess the pub info is meaningless."
Lady, I had a drink of wine last night.
Yeah.
Next, you can reply with sky. Laser beams are everywhere outside the TV station. I lose sleep when I think of what those beams could do to me.
This information is useless also, by the way.
Yeah, but it's like haunting. It's kind of like, I picture it as either a passcode phrase or just how information gets out of control when your militia member like enters QAnon.
Yeah, I was about to say, I picture this as more of like a 5G conspiracy theory situation.
Laser beams in your head, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Ecstasy puts holes in your brains.
So the second version of this, you pick it twice.
No.
It says, she says the location of the TV station is a secret, which is strange.
Yeah, it's right. It's like right in the
fucking
background.
like it's up there.
Yeah, look up.
In parentheses, she says her mentor, Watts, would kill her if she admitted her ignorance.
So you got to think how information filters down. Imagine Watch teaching people and it just becoming a game of telephone, like where incompetence is passed down rather than facts and information.
Yeah. I think the comedy of all this is that there's I think there's dozens of Antifa sects here in Timber, and everybody wants independence, and no one is really doing shit about anything other than keeping this like secret info that is actually meaningless.
Yeah, they're all playing spies. They're
So-
not actually being spies.
However the fuck Renoa was able to hire Seed, like they're the first one that's actually been able to do anything.
Yeah, now I picture her going to Sid there and being like, "Look what I'm dealing with." Like that's why she brought her posse, was to point out these incompetent fools to Sid, and he just took sympathy and pity on her. Was like, "All right, have these 3 just graduated. One's got a gun that's a sword."
It's weird.
I don't know.
Okay.
Final one. Forest. Question mark, exclamation point. Timber was named for its rich vegetation. Used to be that we were surrounded by this beautiful forest. Deforestation, Chris. What do they say a second time?
Check it again. It says, "Then came Galbadia. They burned down the forest along with our freedom."
That actually makes some sense, I guess.
Yeah. Then it says, "I'm sorry. It's probably irrelevant to all of you," which, okay.
Yeah. I get the hell out of here. I'm not doing that anymore. I go down some stairs.
Fuck this. Yeah.
This
Down
leads...
to the pub?
No.
Okay.
The other stairs. Pub is like endgame. This leads to an area that is not the area under the thinking bridge, but it sure looks like it. It's a train platform with stairs off to the left and a bridge that crosses over to the right side of the platform.
Yeah, there's 2 kids standing on that little platform there.
They say it splits apart when a train comes. Quote, "You got to make it across right as it splits." The other kid here says the train comes and they're going to cross on 3, and he thinks to himself, every time though, my heart jumps and my legs begin to shake. I've never won, and it makes me so mad. Chris, is he anxious because he hasn't won and not because this activity is a death wish?
Yes and yes. Also, what does this make you think of?
The time Kyle and I hid in MSD holes and threw walnuts at cars passing by?
Oh, I was going to say the Popelik trestle.
Oh, of course, yes.
Yeah.
The Popelik monster, Goat Man. Google it. He has his own Wikipedia page.
Yeah. So then you can go across that bridge to the east platform that's where the train to Dole is. It's currently not in service, though, according to some motherfucker over here. On the west side of the platform, there's a woman there that tells us the train near the pet shop goes to Balam, and the one in front of Timber Maniacs goes to Delling City. Then if you speak with her again, she says she doesn't like being scared from behind. One time she got scared from behind and almost fell into the train platform. She was saved by a man named Lorray, she thinks.
Wow. He's left his mark, sir. We know him.
It's Laguna.
You think Swall would have said, like, I just dreamed I was that dude.
Yeah, I was him. Thank you for this Laguna lore.
This station here is also, like, really pretty. It's glowing blue, and if you look, if you took the piss yellow aura that engulfs every Vegas casino and made it iridescent shades of teal instead.
Yeah.
I like the art direction of Timber. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Jonathan Dunn, and I'm inviting you to listen to Our 3 Cents, a weekly podcast where myself and 2 of my very best gaming chums are counting down our top 100 favourite video games of all time. For all the episodes and information, check out our website, www.our3cents.co.uk.
Matt, I've got a great idea for a podcast. You and me, we watch movies, right? And some of them are kind of bad, and so we make fun of them. But maybe some of them are good.
Chris, that's a great idea. Let's do it. And eat snacks. Movie Fighters, an original idea on the Greenlit Podcast Network.
So then I went in that brown barn door.
Yeah, the little ramshack little spot here.
Yeah.
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 It's a brightly lit single bedroom home.
Fucker in here is drinking soup, sitting on his knees on the couch.
Yeah. It has a red carpet and a monster vanity cabinet borrowed from Fargo's room.
Yes.
In a half table supporting a sunshine window in the right corner is a circular TV with a rectangle picture of a real woman's face.
Yeah, I couldn't tell exactly what was on here, so you saw a woman's face.
Yes.
Oh, cool.
Maybe it's like a artistic interpretation type thing. Again, this is not how you sit on couches and eat soup.
No, you shouldn't eat soup on couches, period. But
he asks me if I like beverages. I tell him, yeah, kind of.
I like beverages.
Me too, I love it.
You need them.
I drink one on this podcast.
Yeah.
He tells me that's good to hear and that I can drink all I want from the faucet. I love when house guests tell me this. We don't have to hold back. It's just water. Hell yeah, my dude. Did you go drink from the faucet, Chris?
Mm-hmm.
This is the owl's tears shit that can heal you.
Great.
The girl at the end, sitting on the other side of the couch and watching TV, she says, life is so strange. It's not like anyone teaches you, but you end up falling in love. They also say when you're feeling blue and you hear a touching song, it doesn't make you want to cry. Poor sis, she got dumped again. It's her 15th time this year.
That's weird.
I misspoke. It's doesn't it make you want to cry. But also, yeah, 15 dumps in a year is quite a few dumps, Chris.
Kind of interesting and true, but also not true because mass media exists.
Right, of course.
Mass media teaches you how to fall in love.
Maybe they don't have HD cable.
They don't have NBC, basically. They haven't seen Friends.
Yeah, I know. I'm. You know what? I haven't seen Friends either. How about that?
Congratulations.
Thank you. I reveled in this ignorance. Did you notice when she was talking shit about her sister, who I assume is by the window, turned around and stared for a second?
Oh, no, I didn't notice that.
That was really good. Like, shut up.
Shut the
The girl by the window says this house is much too small for a family of 5. Mom's at the pub, grandma's at the gift shop. They don't seem to mind. Grandpa is so stubborn and refuses to move into a bigger house. So I want to tell them that there's like 4 houses in Timber and you got one of them. So,
yeah,
feel fortunate. Also, Chris, did you inspect his cabinet?
I didn't because you told me not to.
I did?
Well, I heard the repercussions here.
Oh,
yeah.
He has 500 gil in there if you do it enough. And if you take it, you can have it, but then you can't drink from his special faucet.
Yeah, I need that special faucet.
And it's strange to rob people that you're liberating, but also very on brand for soldiers.
Yes. Also true. Very on brand for JRPGs as well.
Yeah, just give me all the shit in your house, man. Thank you.
Let me check this cabinet's over here. Okay, now let's double back and go down the stairs towards the pub. Is that right?
Yeah, both sides of the stairs have glowing blue orb trash can things at the termination of the hand railings. There's a shop before the pub, and the mosaic floor is covered in cascading triforces. Really nice design. There's an area off to the side that looks like train tracks. On the top, right, and left by the pub's roof are televisions flipping through about 10 different sequences.
The pub sign is awesome, by the way. It has giant neon letters. It says pub.
This is Aphorora, right?
Yes. Instead of like having a rotating train wagon wheel thing, did you see what it was?
No.
It's a giant rotating corkscrew.
Oh, yes. Yeah, it is a wine corkscrew.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I pictured the pub. They said it was built after the TV station, so it doesn't have a lot of that old timber architecture to it. So it's supposed to look relatively modern. There's 2 blue Galbadia soldiers, and they're speaking. One says that was too easy, but for a country bumpkin, he sure had some good stuff.
Yeah.
The other one tells him to ease off a little. The timber hicks hate us as is. They see us on the stairs, fire off some exclamation points, and decide it's time for a fight. So they're harassing the local populace for some shit.
They've decided they are ready to die because they are facing us.
I killed them, and I get a Buell card for some reason, which I think is what they just ripped off this dude.
I've already got 7 or 8 of these. Thank you.
The shop has normal shit. There's also a cure draw point here, but it's useless for me because everyone has 100 of those already.
Why not?
If I approach the tracks, it tells me there are no trains out to the desert today.
Yeah.
Thank God I don't want to go there. But then the pub I go in, and it's not what I expected. The place has soft violet lighting and features a giant 16:9 widescreen plasma TV years before I saw one in real life.
Yeah.
With an image of a neon blue and purple person morphing from a cat to a human. This is Lynx.
Yeah, Tiger Man. Thank you. Yeah, thanks.
Also, if you look closely and also in the concept art, this TV is actually a bunch of smaller TVs, like mosaicked or tiled together.
Mm-hmm.
The bar, which is separated with a hand railing, is lit by natural lighting and a giant green ceiling light. There's a smaller bar against the north wall and 2 tables on the floor. This is a cool looking place, Chris.
Yeah, I'll hang out here, I guess.
As soon as you walk in, someone called Drifter is complaining.
Yeah, had enough of the city.
I came from Dole to have me a good time, and now trains are no longer running. Can't even stay in a hotel because of some stupid official.
Shit's all fucked up for this person.
Harassed by Galbadian soldiers, had my precious card stolen. This hasn't been my day. Those jerks, they think they can use brute force to get anything they want. Hell, this town's a good example. Everything's jacked up because the resistance tried to kidnap the president. Thanks to them, the trains have stopped. There's Galbadian soldiers all over the place because of them. Don't they understand are the ones suffering their reckless actions? Stupid bonehead, good-for-nothing resistance. You can just kiss my
ass.
Renoa rushes up.
Yeah, she tries to step in, but she doesn't really say much.
No,
the bartender, whoever else is speaking with this person, says that the resistance is fighting for Timber's future. They're doing the best they can. It's the Galbadian soldiers and their leader who are at fault. The Drifter can't really believe this shit.
No,
just wants to blame somebody. Yeah.
The guy at the table tells us how to distinguish drinks, which might come important later.
Maybe, kind of.
The owner by the smaller bar tells us we can't go through the alley until we get this fucking guy out of the way. Quote, that guy throws a fit when you try to move him from that spot, indicating this happens all the time. Approaching the Drifter guy prompts a question. Observe or talk? I observe.
Yeah.
Renoa says he's drinking from a bottle with a green label and he looks quite drunk. I speak to him. I tell him I need through. He says he doesn't like being dissed by some punk and demands the owner serve him another drink. Chris, remember people said the word dissed?
Diss track. That's still a real thing, right?
Diss tracks are a real thing, but I don't think diss is in the lexicon as like a verb anymore.
Yeah.
You can try to tell him about the card you won from those guys. I do it. He gets pissed, asks why I have it, but then calms down once I say I found it outside. He's feeling generous, so we can keep that card and have this Tonberry card that I already have 6 of, and he'll move. He asks the owner to help him stand up. The owner then drags his character model 2 feet to the right. As I walk by, the Drifter hiccups and admits he is totally wasted.
Yeah, cool. Same, dude.
There's a separate way to solve this puzzle.
Yeah, you can pick the right drink, right?
Yeah, based on the information that guy got you. And had you done that instead, he would have given you a forbidden card instead of the Tonberry card.
Great, I've already got like 4 of these,
neither one of these are really rare cards.
Yeah.
The other bartender will tell us the Drifter thinks the bitter ones are good and the sweet ones are bad, which ties into the whole buying him a drink thing if we choose to go that route.
Weird. That's a weird little thing.
So we step out in that alley. Big brother and little sister above us in the balcony have a skit where they pretend to be resistance members. It goes by too fast for me to type it down.
Yeah. The butt scratching guy, he's still there too.
Yes, the asshole man.
He's feeling pretty sick.
He's lying in trash.
Yeah, he thinks he drank too much, and he says the boxes in the corner were already there. He's not the drunk who brought those there. He's really got to explain these boxes to us for some goddamn reason.
These are legitimate drunk guy quotes, I think.
Yeah,
this is pretty good.
They're pretty good.
Like utterly concerned with nonsense minutia.
Yeah, you can play him in cards too, by the way.
Great. Did you just like cream him since he's clearly barely...
No, he was just a standard, kind of triple triad player.
That guy should have a rare card. It's like, why do you have Siren? What are you doing? Where'd you get this?
Mm-hmm.
Why do you have Renoa's card? He doesn't have either one of those. The next screen is more of this messed up alley. The Siamese cat is sitting on a barrel from doom and cleaning itself with convincing realism. A yellow sign that says, TV station is among the casualties of this filth. The yellow and blue timber flag with that distinctive center is proudly and quite convincingly blowing in this wind.
Mm-hmm. There's also a box on the ground here in this
But
alleyway.
that guy didn't put him there.
No, he didn't, but you know what it says on it?
What?
Super meat.
Great.
That's what it says, man.
Those things where it's like, that's okay, you're going to use English.
Super meat.
We proceed to the next screen, which is just more stairs, but it's complemented by a jumbotron full of red letters with no spaces.
You know what it says on that? Right there?
What's it say, Chris?
It says, "You shall be as gods, you shall be as gods, you shall be as gods."
You shall be as gods, 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 you shall be as gods.
I'm out. Chris, you can pause the game and read these. What they actually say is, with no spaces between. Did you do this?
No.
Excellent. You can pause it and read these. With no spaces, they say,
I am alive here. I will never let you forget about me.
and
Bring me back there.
holy shit.
Does this have anything to do with those quotes that were in the opening thing? Like, I'll be there, I'll see you there, or whatever, you know?
No.
Okay.
I remember what these are for, and I think it is foreshadowing that you're not supposed to know about yet versus, again, a big bad who's in control. Let's
Cool.
say.
Awesome. Well, looking forward to unraveling the mystery.
We finish walking up the stairs, and Zella is surprised at the existence of an outdoor TV. Rinoa thinks it's creepy and asks what it is. Squall says this is noise broadcast over most frequencies. Something has to be done about this so it can broadcast over the air. So wait, Chris, this is the shit that's been static on TV for 17 years.
Interesting. Okay, so this is the
white static of
noise.
this world.
The noise is blocking the signal. Okay.
Yes.
So this is the reason why we haven't been able to use satellite communication for.
I think that's what they're saying.
Okay.
It doesn't say that directly, but Squall implies it's been like this for a while.
Yeah, you're right. Now that I'm thinking about it, but they do a very bad job of communicating that to the player. Like if you're not really thinking through this too much.
It's the Midnight Channel.
Yeah.
Watts runs up the stairs and says the president is in the studio now, but there are so many guards we won't be able to storm the place. Arnoa thinks the guards will just leave when the president leaves, which is when we should do our broadcast. It may not be as influential, but it will be better than nothing. Squall's like, yeah, don't worry about it, but then stops a moment and then follows up with, we'll fight enemies based on your decision. Chris, was don't worry about it like, yeah, let's call the whole thing off? Or is he being sincere like, don't worry about it, we'll do whatever you say?
Yeah, I think that's what he's doing. Because Zell kind of chimes in as well. He says that they will go into battle with whatever she says, even if it's a losing battle. And Rinoa comments about how this is kind of a sad concept.
Fucking LMAO, dude.
Which is kind of true. It is a sad concept.
This is stupid. This is stupid.
These fucking child soldiers will do whatever their employer says.
Again, this feels like a plan they hatched while squatting on a train 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, absolutely. She says that it must be a very easy life to live just to follow orders.
Zell and Squall look at each other.
Yeah, Squall says she can call whatever the fuck she wants. He says, quote, all we want for you to do is to achieve your goal using our help. I find it hard to believe that you can do it, though. So Squall, like in the first part of that statement, he was towing the company line.
Yes.
And then he was like, but you're a dumb asshole.
Right. Like Rinoa couldn't have said anything, but instead she fucked around and now she's about to find out.
Yeah, she said, exactly. She said, what'd you just say? If you have something to say, just fucking say it.
She doesn't say fuck.
No.
You can pick, yeah, I'll tell you, or forget it.
Yeah.
I want to egg her on, Chris, because I'm Squall an asshole. So I go, yeah, I'll tell you. What'd you pick?
Same here.
Great.
He says, quote, how serious are you? Really? The three of you plop down on the floor to discuss strategy? On top of that, you can't make a decision without our input, right? How do you think we feel working for such an organization? Zell then tries to slow Squall's roll a little bit here. He tells Squall that he's being too hard, man. However, you can then choose to keep going, keep egging on to do that.
I tried to pick the option to keep going, but I picked the wrong one.
I tried to pick the option to keep going, but I picked the wrong one.
Great. I think you have to apologize no matter what.
Yeah. Squall says he's sorry, and then he got carried away.
Yeah, I wanted to dig in for more. I wanted to murder her.
Yeah.
Rinoa then does weird shit with her hands, then says, maybe this was all a big mistake. I thought everything would work fine once Seed came to help us, but I guess it's not that easy. You were all hired. It's not like you're one of us. Let me see. We'll cancel the plan and we'll disperse for now. We don't stand a chance if we take him head on, right? You guys probably think this is all a game to us. Well, it's not. We're serious, so serious it hurts.
Sure.
Rinoa then runs away down the stairs right as Selfie is coming up the stairs. She says, hey?
Hey!
As Rinoa runs by. The static fades on the television and Selfie wonders if they're starting. All three of them then turn to watch the TV.
Yeah, then we're suddenly looking inside the TV station.
Yeah, this is a really weird point of view thing where we're in the TV station, but we're playing like the cameraman's position.
Yeah.
Some fucking PA guys are running around in the background with backwards hands. I meant backwards hats.
Also true.
And techie gear. And then an announcer steps up to the podium and tests the microphone.
Yeah, there's like red curtains, yellow tassels, flags on either side of the podium.
This looks like a high school production level. Like, this is the shit that's been here for 17 years just collecting dust.
Yeah. Also, it's state TV. The podium is equipped with several blue Yetis.
I think the test guy says, "People of the world, can you see me? Can you hear me? Oh, this is incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, this is not a recording. This is an actual broadcast over the air. Yes, it's been 17 years since a live broadcast has been made possible. Oh, please excuse me. I seem to have lost my composure. Chris, new music.
Cactus Jack.
Cactus Jack
Cactus Jack.
plays.
This guy that came up here is amped because he's like, oh, fuck, I'm the first
I'm
one
on TV.
Yeah, I'm the first one on TV via these, what are they called? Radio waves.
Wasn't Cactus Jack a Mick Foley alias?
Cactus Jack, Dude Love, and Mankind.
Yeah. Okay.
Great.
So he introduces a message from the lifelong president of Galbadia, Vinzer Delling.
Oh, hey, Vinzer, what's up? Long
Ladies
time no
and
see.
gentlemen,
I guess.
President Delling. First time we've seen him, really.
Yeah.
I just noticed the bottom of the podium has the partial peace sign crest. I now wonder if that's what Timber's crest was before Galbadia occupied it.
Oh, interesting. Yeah. You did kind of note that before. So now Emperor Cain begins his speech, right?
Of course, yes.
Yeah. So the president begins speaking. He says,
Greetings, I am Vinzer Delling, lifelong president of Galbadia. Today, I stand before you to make the following proposition. We, the people of this world, have the power to end all wars.
Selfie, back in reality, interrupts it to say she knew it would be about peace. It would be like a peace proposal.
yeah, Selfie is very
great. It's
susceptible
awesome.
to the power of fascism and or neoliberalism. She will listen to Ben Shapiro and Chapo and
Gotta hear
fucking
both sides.
eat all that shit up.
Uh-huh.
It's all good. Listen to everybody. All sides are great.
Passion's everything.
The president continues,
Unfortunately, there are some trifling problems standing between Galbadia and other nations, and they must be resolved.
When he says that shit, there's like a noise of just like stuff being dropped in the background.
yeah, this is like someone's dogs are barking on the Zoom call.
Yeah.
Like there's some shit going on to the side that
Yeah, I
he
was
kind of he's like, but then he kind of
Amateur
knows
hour.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, but he composes himself and continues.
I plan to convene with other nations' leaders immediately to resolve these problems. At this time, allow me to introduce the ambassador who will be my representative for the conference.
The next word is a hell of a sentence.
Yeah. Zell expresses some frustration that this whole thing is like just a ploy to introduce an ambassador. And then the president introduces the
Sorceress.
as his ambassador.
Then shit starts happening. More shit falls apart behind the scenes.
Yeah, Squall can't believe this shit because he read all this shit about it. He read about sorceresses on his computer desk, so he knows what's going on here. And then, new music.
Only a plank between one and perdition.
Starring Tom Hanks. Plays.
Okay.
Dude.
Cypher and Kistis break into the scene.
Yeah.
The camera angles go crazy, like the camera is like being dropped at a 45-degree angle. And blue Galbadian soldiers get owned. Our heroes wonder what in the hell is happening as they're watching on TV.
This genuinely took me by surprise because I didn't know this was going to happen.
It's a great shot. The framing device is actually a really clever trick because it culminates the actual mission that we were supposed to go on and do. Cypher and Kistis, are they in league? Like, what's happening? They have gone and done it. How'd they get here? We were on the train. Like, how is any of this happening? This is a genuine surprise.
That's the great part about this is because that Kistis and Cypher come on the scene at the exact same time. So there is whether this was on purpose or not, I'm not sure, but like there is a genuine confusion that I felt to like who's doing what. Are they in league? Was Cypher sent on a mission with Kistis? Are we the distraction? Are we a patsy? What's going on here? There's like a lot of questions that immediately rush into you at that moment, and it's great.
It answers some of them. Zell asks Squall what they're going to do, and then Kistis talks to the screen, kind of. Or no, she's still talking to the soldiers there. She says, stay back, you're only going to provoke him.
Yeah.
I wonder if this is a work or if Cypher is really out of control and Kistis is really trying to corral him.
Yeah, and he's got this
Chris.
like, it's funny because he's got this like fucking, his gigantic gunblade is wrapped around the president's neck.
Like the hostage shit.
It's like, can't you just like get a
little letter opener,
a knife, or I mean, we saw in
the gunblade sends a message though.
It does, but you know, don't forget that this guy can shoot fire out of his hands. So
yeah, also that.
Yeah,
Chris, you know what this really implies to me?
What's that?
Kistis is a bad teacher.
Yeah, yeah.
Lost another one.
It's funny, too, the garden sends her, of all people, to clean up this fucking mess. Like, I would have sent Zhu, maybe.
So they're wondering what to do. Yeah, send Zhu or anybody else. Squall says they do nothing. Quote, our job is to assist the owls. It's none of our business. And that's right, Chris. It's in the contract. Who's to say this is going to create timber independence?
Yeah.
So that's when you see some shit at your job that's obviously a problem and you have the power to solve it. But hey, my man, that shit's not my responsibility.
Yeah.
So right as he says that, Kistis addresses the camera.
Yeah, Timber Team, are you watching? She runs closer to the camera, then tells us to get over here right now. We have permission and she needs our help.
More than any other scene, I can picture this being acted in a remake.
Yeah.
Actual full voice dialogue.
Yeah, this would be great. It would be 17 hours into the game.
Yes. Yeah, this would be part 2. Part 1 is up until the Dole mission. Anyway, our party auto walks up the stairs, but we have control of the next screen. It's a Skycam wide shot that reveals the TV station as this giant futuristic Vegas shopping mall-ass building in this otherwise quaint little town.
Tomorrowland looking ass building.
There also
TV station on it. Yeah,
appears to be like a sports dome off to the right. It's like Damanganda Tower. Could you read that?
They have blitzball here.
Probably. It's hard to read. Also, also rays of light seem to be projecting off the roof of the TV station like it was like a big setup production type thing. It's then CG cutscenes in the static and then fades out of this sequence. Now we're in the TV station.
Yep, cuts inside.
Music Unrest plays as we burst into the scene. Cypher is still holding Delling hostage with his gun blade at his throat. I wonder if the cameras are still rolling.
Kista says that we need to restrain him. And at this point in time, I'm still not sure if Cypher was there to capture the president or if Kistis was in pursuit of Cypher or if she's there to help him or what.
Still don't know.
It's very unclear. The camera then pans slightly up towards Cypher and the president. Squall steps up and asks Cypher what he thinks he's doing.
Cypher says, it's obvious, ain't it? What are you planning to do to this guy? This question confuses Squall, presumably because his squad had no actual plan.
Yeah, and then Squall suddenly realizes, and he thinks this to himself, he says, that's right. He knows Renoa. Is that why he's here?
My man is like, Renoa just ran off, and they're pounding that jealousy angle super hard, so he's now thinking that, Renoa was keeping Cypher as a backup plan?
Yeah. And Zell gets it. Zell figured all this shit out before me. He says, well, he didn't really figure it out, but he says, he thinks that Cypher is Renoa's ... Then Cypher interrupts him and says, shut your damn mouth, chicken wuss.
Hit it.
The Final Fantasy VIII Chicken Wuss Count.
5.
Kistis says that Cypher broke out of the disciplinary room, injuring many in the process. Chris, isn't the disciplinary room his office?
That's what I was going to say. Isn't he in charge?
He's the head of the committee.
Fuck.
I would love to know how she chased him across the world to this very spot, presumably without a train. My guess on that is seed ship.
Yeah, also
Chris,
true.
DLC pack number 1, Pursuit of Cypher.
Zell screams, you stupid idiot.
In capital letters.
Squall silently can't believe this shit, and then he tells Zell to be quiet. Squall can already see what's about to happen here, I think.
Yeah, Squall has the leadership foresight, but he doesn't want to do anything about it.
Yeah, that's a really good observation. Zell doesn't shut up, and obviously he's about to fuck everything up. He asks Kistis if she's going to take this stupid idiot back to the garden. Then Squall tells him to shut up, all caps.
Whenever Zell says stupid idiot, you can pretty much just sub in motherfucker.
This might be the first time we've seen Squall go all caps, by the way, because Squall's usually just been fucking...
he's quite reserved,
whatever.
But he's starting to everyone has their boiling point.
Also interesting here that the dialogue boxes are doing the thing where one is trying to supersede the other. Squall's trying to talk over Zell.
Yeah.
And he can't, and so...
It really sells the chaos and mayhem that's happening. Delling, while being held hostage, notices that we're all from Garden, also because Zell just said we're from Garden.
Yeah.
Should everything happen to me, the entire Galbadian military will undoubtedly crush Garden.
Wow.
You can let go of me now.
Cypher says, nice going, chicken wuss.
Hit it.
The Final Fantasy VIII Chicken Wuss Count.
6.
You and your stupid big mouth. All our heroes turn around and look at each other while Cypher asks Mr. Leader and Instructor, what? To take care of this mess as he backs away with Delling. So Mr. Leader, he's calling Squall an Instructor. He's still calling Kistis. Does he not know Kistis got fired yesterday?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't at all.
Then we have control. I approach the stage and stand behind the microphone and remain motionless for 45 seconds. I'm on TV.
Yep.
I then follow Cypher as he exits stage left. This gives way to a fluorescent purple and blue room. Cypher still has Delling held at the edge of his gunblade. New music. Succession of Witches plays.
Hell yeah.
A very tall lady with a red mask materializes out of thin air.
Let's not undersell the mask. It's a Plague Doctor mask.
Yeah, it's definitely a Plague Doctor mask, of course. She's a member of the Knife.
Also, a note on Succession of Witches. Remember where we first heard this term?
The remix of No.
No. Okay, so remember we talked in the very, very first episode of this podcast, we talked about Liberi Fatali, the Fate of Children. The vocals that are being chanted in many of these songs is... Part of that was an anagram for Succession of Witches. So the Succession of Witches has begun.
With Resident Evil Village in the current zeitgeist, my brain is high on enough internet to where I instantly wanted her to grow to another foot tall and step on me. Yeah. I don't. So she stares at Cypher and says, "Poor, poor boy." Cypher yells at her to stay away, and she counters, "Such a confused little boy. Are you going to step forward, retreat? You have to decide." This is a super interesting scene.
Yeah, this is kind of when this game kicks into, well, high gear's not the right word, but
high drama.
High drama, and where there's some mysteries. Finally, maybe some sort of antagonist being introduced here.
Like the whole train thing was like a rinky-dink, like kiddie operation by comparison. This is the real shit.
This feels like the moment in which there's some additional kind of plot mysteries being introduced here. Like, what is going on? What is the nature of a sorceress? Even though it feels like Cypher being here was kind of forced. Like the reason that he's here is kind of forced. Like, it's still becoming a really interesting dynamic between all these different parties.
Kistis rushes forward, and the sorceress tells Kistis to stay back, and then casts a spell in front of Kistis, who then takes a knee.
Yeah.
A throbbing heartbeat is now audible in the background. The witch continues. The boy in you is telling you to come. The adult in you is telling you to back off. You can't make up your mind. You don't know the right answer. You want help, don't you? You want to be saved from this predicament. Cypher tells her to shut up again. Chris, the sorceress is providing free therapy.
She says, don't be ashamed to ask for help. Besides, you're only a little boy. And
she's inducing an Oedipal complex.
Yeah, this is the most effective way of manipulating Cypher, by appealing to all of his insecurities, I think.
Yes.
It's perfect.
Cypher says he's not and to stop calling him a boy, and she says, "You don't want to be a boy anymore." My guy can't see he's being played.
Yeah, also, I think the boy is to Cypher as Chicken Wuss is to Zell,
yes,
I think.
It commands power instantly.
Yeah.
She raises Cypher again, says, "I am not a boy." She then raises her hand and twists it. Cypher lets go of Delling, and then he's freed. She says, "Come with me to a place of no return. Bid farewell to your childhood," which is now my second favorite line in this game.
Your childhood has ended.
This is a great shot because Kistis, his last instructor, has completely failed to control Cypher, and she's literally kneeling before his new instructor, who sees power of Cypher and the situation in seconds. Squall and his party walk in soon afterward. Cypher waves goodbye with his gunblade. The witch casts a spell and brings our party to their knees. Then a portal opens and allows them to make their escape.
Sick portals, dude. Great scene. That was
wonderful.
I think every good JRPG has a great moment where the game kind of, kicks into high gear. Some games take longer than others. Like, the thing I always think about with Final Fantasy VII was like the blood trail. Like, I feel like that's when it kicks into high gear.
The blood trail, the Midgardzollum being impaled on that giant tree or whatever.
Yeah, I think this is this game's particular moment.
Yeah, it was a little bit left field because the sorceress stuff was only background information, but it was seeded.
Yeah,
so
seeded.
Yeah, I know.
Huh.
Deliberate.
Fuck. I think the one qualm I have is up to this point, we haven't had a chance to play Final Fantasy very much yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, we haven't really gone through a dungeon. We haven't, with the exception of the Fire Cavern, which was mostly a tutorial, we haven't really had much of a chance to play around with the mechanics of this game and really get to know our characters from a mechanical standpoint.
We haven't, but it also, I think it does a really interesting thing with the breakneck shifts there, because it's been like a school days mission-based thing right now, and then everything we know is currently wrong.
Yeah, that is a good point, because they wanted to start this game off a little bit differently. They wanted to start it off bright and happy, and then, that's a relative term.
It was a mask.
Yeah. We wanted to start off one way and then get here. And I think this is a great way to get to where we're going. And I think we're heading towards the kind of that first major, Act 1
inflection
finale.
point.
Yeah. Act 1 / Disc 1 finale.
Heading to where we're going in the next episode.
Absolutely.
What has happened? Who did Cypher go with? Where'd she come from? What happens to us? Did Renoa have anything to do with this? What's Kistis going to do? Can I play anybody else in cards? On episode 11 of Retro Made Amgresia.
Eric, let's consult the real net.
Initializing RealNet.
Did I tell you when my mom got Final Fantasy VIII for me when I was at school when it came out because she loves me?
Oh.
And the clerk sold her the strategy guide with it.
Oh, your mom got.
Yeah. And I was like, thank you, but I can't open this.
Yeah.
I still have it.
I remember really wanting the Final Fantasy VI strategy guide after I had beaten the game like 7 times because I had some art in there and stuff.
Yeah, I just like to read them.
Yeah, but no one would buy it for me. Shy Guy 32 says, trains are made of steam. That's something that I said, apparently. He's quoting me. I said,
it's true.
I guess they're made of steam.
Punk.
Carful says, I don't know if you guys have talked about the whatever translation because you called Squall an asshole. Carful says, I think that he was localized as one, unfortunately. I don't know. Have you done any reading on that? Like,
no, I haven't.
Yeah. But I don't know how you can not be an asshole, like, unless you just completely changed everything.
I think it works.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
The interesting thing about creating podcasts is after we finish saying all of this, the information evacuates our heads.
Yeah. SSD Ninja says, in reference to the red scrolling text, drink your Ovaltine.
I have a memory of some Ovaltine commercials, but not with any detail. Ovaltine always seemed like
well, that was
like special vitamin milk that you weren't actually. It was like watching when you accidentally watch educational videos instead of real entertainment when you're a kid.
I think that's a reference to the decoder ring gag in A Christmas Story.
Nothing. Sorry.
The kid in the movie A Christmas Story is obsessed with this decoder ring thing.
Thought he wanted a gun.
He does, but there's a side plot about this decoder ring where you have to, like, I don't remember how you get the codes or whatever, but he gets the codes and he thinks there's going to be this secret code and it's going to be this awesome kind of ARG kind of thing in 1960 or whatever.
It's just a drawing of a dick.
And it just says, drink your Ovaltine.
Oh, God. Yeah. He got by the ad.
Thanks, Don Draper.
Say McDonald's and to connect.
Shy Guy 32 says, Renoa gets destroyed with facts and logic.
Owned.
I don't know where that president voice came from that I was doing earlier, but I guess when I was saying that, SSD just said, "My good people of Ave."
Yeah, no, I was definitely I'm gonna pitch you down and reverb you in that, but you did a pretty good job of it doing on your own.
Okay,
too.
Yeah, I think it just
that was definitely your people of Ave voice.
Yeah, it came out of nowhere.
See season 1 of Xenogears.
Yeah,
but yeah, like since all that shit was on TV, like Renoa would like have the own with facts and logic meme text over her on that stuff.
Devalera says, part of me wants to hear the speech as read by Karsh. I don't know who the best Karsh...
We still got to find your Karsh in this game.
It feels like it might be Cypher. Like, because...
No, Cypher, I picture...
Zell, maybe?
Yeah, Cypher has no zealousness. Like, he's not enthused. He's, like, calm and collected until he's broken. I think Laguna has the most Karsh energy at this point. He's not as macho about it, but he has, like, the zeal.
Shy Guy 32 says, I wonder if Dilling was based on any way on H.W. Bush. Not sure if it's just the PS1 polygons, but I got a Bush vibe from Dilling's design.
Famously, H.W. vomited on the Japanese prime minister, so he made his mark in that country, definitely.
Yeah, that's true, fuck. Anonymore says, Squall's an asshole in Japanese too.
There you go.
This episode has been a production of Retrograde Amnesia, recorded on today. It's March 27th, 2021. Thanks, Mark.
Shepard.
God bless you, Mark.
Shepard.
And God bless the ring.
You're welcome, Chris.
At a party last week, Mark bought a trophy for Super Monster Farm Jump, and then he won his own trophy because he won the game.
It's May 27th. I said March again.
I don't care.
Thanks, Mark,
Shepard.
for letting us play Baseball Stars in your office.
Baseball Stars 2, Chris.
Baseball Stars 2.
Chris, you're welcome.
We have all this power. He had multiple PVMs, and we used it to play Baseball Stars 2 on a Mister.
And Neo Turf Masters. Hey, I played some Breaker's Revenge and had a good time with that. Breaker's Revenge is a good-ass fucking Neo Geo game.
You played that on an actual Neo Geo. Mark has a fucking Neo Geo.
It was great. I love Breaker's Revenge. God. The thing about Breaker's Revenge is that you only have to remember about 35% about how to play that game, and you can play it. Play Breaker's Revenge. It's a great fucking fighting game. Find us on Twitter at RetroAmnesiaPod. If you like us, please consider supporting us on Patreon at patreon.com/RetroAM. Get yourself some early access, bonus episodes, mini-series, Parasite Eve, Terranigma, whatever's next.
Radical Dreamers.
Radical Dreamers.
Voting rights, stereo mix, access to the real net. Give us a comment. Call me dumb for not knowing the date. And email us at podcast@retrogradeamnesia.com. Till next time, Eric.
We're going to figure out who the sorceress is.
And now you may go back to your dreams about a man with a machine gun.
All right, well, time to go to sleep.
All right, see you, everybody. Thanks for joining.
Definitely burned out at the end there.
I don't think we burned out until after we got to the...
4 Galbadian soldiers... I didn't like the way I said that word. We're going to do it again.
Okay.
Why do your kids... This will probably go in the outtakes, but explain to me how your kids got to play Tekken 3. Is it on the PlayStation Classic? What are you doing?
It's on the PlayStation...
Tekken 3 is the best Tekken, I agree, but...
PlayStation Classic, yeah, it's on there because occasionally I'll be like... Occasionally I'll be like, hey kids, if they're being good or if it's raining outside, we don't have anything to do. I'm like, let's go check out some, quote, old games.
T-rated game.
And we will fire up a mini console and we will just pick something.
Chris, did you unlock Gun for your sons, the last hidden character?
No, I haven't.
You didn't unlock Dr. Boskanovich? Do they like Tekken Ball? Do they like Tekken Bowling?
We haven't tried Tekken Bowling or anything.
You played Tekken Ball?
No, I only unlocked...
Fuck on, Chris.
I unlocked Kuma.
What are you doing? You're a bad father.
I unlocked Kuma and Julia-chan. I think that's it. That's all I got around to doing.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway, I got Tekken 7, so it doesn't fucking matter. And
it does. There's no Gon in that game. There's no Dr. B in that game.
That's true. His granddaughter or something's in there.
Yeah, Alyssa. Right.
But
didn't she have chainsaw arms?
I don't know. I think
Never mind.
It's a DLC character. But the point being is that I'm glad I bought Tekken 7 to play Tekken with the kids because Tekken 7 has something called auto combos. And they can do them, and I can play my kids, and it's fun to play them. Whereas it wasn't fun to play them in Tekken 3 because they would just spam X with Horong or smash buttons
the
with
win
Eddie.
move.
Yeah.
Eddie Gordo.
Horong versus Eddie, the worst Tekken 3 matchup.
Yeah.
Pretty soon they will steal your credit card information and buy all the Season Pass DLC, and they'll say a very important question, which is, Father, who's Noctis?
Well,
and then they can play RPGs, Chris. This is your back door.
Here's how they get you, though, because the character select screen now, if you buy the base version of Tekken,
they're gray.
It has all those fuckers on there.
Yup. Dad, why don't we have this? Dad, are we poor? Dad, why don't you buy this for me?
She says, don't you think? And then I can say that it's better than Renoa's. That's one of the choices. Did you get that? Did I fuck it up?
You said, don't you think? Then you can say it's better than Rinoa's. It's like you skipped a sentence.
She says, don't you think? You do it.
Okay. Sorry.
10,000.
For the look-see.
10,000.
10,000?
No,
really?
1,000.
1G?
No, I'm sorry.
What are you talking about,
Fuck
dude?
it. No, cut that. Never mind. Sorry, go ahead.
We pass through a gate and walk up some flights of stairs.
Well, hold on one second.
Okay, Chris.
Sorry, I lost my spot.
Face is
You know what
highly
it says?
reminiscent of You Shall Be As Gods.
God damn it.
Sorry. You want to do that again?
No, go ahead. I was going to say, you know what it says, and you were going to say what? And I was going to say, it says, you shall be as gods, you shall be as
From
gods.
the video game, Xenogears.
And I was going to say, yeah. Do it again.
Ruin the joke again?
Do it again.
Okay. Our potty.
Slim Bob.
Okay.
Muppets Christmas Carol will scare the fuck out of them, by the way, dude. The Marley and Marley scene in that is legitimately terrifying.
That's
I think
the point.
kids should be scared. Okay.
Yeah.
Dickensian
fucking Don Bluth. That's what he said.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about?
Fucking Don Bluth.
Yeah.
He didn't make a Muppets Christmas Story.
No, but he said when Don Bluth was talking about his filmmaking style,
yeah,
Land Before Time and other Don Bluth classics, said that
All Dogs Go to Heaven. He went to fucking hell.
Yeah, part of the thing is like, so I guess somebody asked him like, well, your shit's scary, right? And Don Bluth said children should be scared.
Yeah,
they should learn to be scared. They should be scared. They should feel fear.
They should spend $20 on Dragon's Lair.
Space Ace.
Robin Hood.
Now we have to evade all the soldiers that are on patrol.
Pet shop.
The person in front wouldn't fucking go.
I know,
no
man.
train was coming.
I know, buddy.